Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. I want to welcome each and every single one of you and thank you for being here. So today's podcast is a recap of what I've been up to, and also we have our show and tell at the end of the podcast. And that's where I get to show off all of your beautiful makes that you have shared in the Facebook group or through an email. And yeah, I'm so excited to share those. We got some beautiful makes this week as well. Yeah, I can't wait to highlight. All right, everyone. So what have I been up to? What's this podcast about? All the good stuff here as far as the channel. So the podcast is basically just a recap of what I'm doing or what patterns are coming up, if there are any, and maybe some farm things here and there. But for the most part, it's just to kind of do a recap of the past week or maybe two. Sometimes here lately, it seems as if I am catching every second week. I'm trying to get back on track and get things lined back out, but it takes time. Everything takes time. All right. So there's knitting, needle tatting, crocheting, spinning fiber into yarn, weaving, processing fiber, dyeing yarn, all kinds of different things here that happen on the channel. So Friday night, as soon as I finish the podcast, it generally goes out to all of the lovely members. And then Saturday morning is my regular scheduled time for my podcast to come out. Well, I kind of told everybody in the live Friday night, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it tonight. It'll probably be sometime tomorrow, Saturday. And I didn't make it there because I was extremely busy doing a bunch of work here on the table. But at any rate, here we are. It is Sunday for me, and it's, late morning, almost afternoon for me, depending on where you are and when you watch this. Yeah, happy morning, good evening, hi. So anyway, what have I been up to this past week? Well, I did finish the fractal yarn that I was spinning and recording it. That is a video that will be coming out, is me talking about doing fractal yarn, and specifically this one. I do show a couple pictures of some older, more vibrant and more colorful fractal yarns that I have spun at the end of the video. So if you want to know more about fractal spinning and how I do it, then you can catch that video. So this was a giveaway during our Halloween live party, and it is going to our lovely Denise E. She won this. So congratulations to her one more time for winning 542 yards of this amazing fractal yarn. So I'm excited for her for that. Next up, I did a stitch marker, and now this is a glass bead that I made on my lamp working video that will be coming out soon. So here's that. I did that. And it is actually the second giveaway, and the lucky winner of this was our Miss Colette, and she paid it forward and gave it to our beautiful Kendall. So congratulations to Kendall for winning that. Then I decided to do one more, and it's a surprise to me because I haven't made it yet. However, right now I kind of have the table set up to record it. I gave away a second stitch marker, and our winner for that stitch marker, which is going to be a surprise to her, as far as what it looks like, she will probably receive it before the video comes out, but I wanted to do one more, but the winner for that is Scrimshaw Rose. So congratulations to all 3 of our amazing winners from the Halloween live stream party. I had so much fun. It was so fun. That is absolutely one of my favorite things to do, is to decorate and put on Halloween makeup and, really work with using, different techniques and stuff. It was a lot of fun. So those are some of the things that were done this week, the yarn and that stitch marker. I also finished up another hank of yarn, and this one, I'm going to go ahead and put a picture up over here, and that way you can see it a little bit better. The lighting in here is not the greatest for seeing accuracy as far as this, but I will show you. It is like a very sparkly teal, and then there's blacks and tans and cream. So it's kind of like a Western theme, if you will. That's kind of what I was going for. So I did finish that. It is completely done. All I have left to do is label it up, and then I can post it for sale. This one will be for sale. And there's a lot of yardage here too. Yeah, a lot of yardage here. So I did that, finished it up. I had been working on it in the background. I finished it up. Now, going into some other items that I made, that will be in some upcoming videos. They're going to be in the future, one of which will be Monday, which is this crocheted beanie. And this is not your waffle stitch beanie. So yes, it is not the waffle stitch. However, it kind of looks like it, don't it? But this is it. I just love how it turned out. For those of you that are new here, I tend to do a lot of these style beanies, and I'll explain it, where I have a basic increase crown from 10 to 60. And then we do a design for several repeats, however you decide. And then we do some type of brim, whether it's just a simple brim of, maybe extended single crochets like some like to do, or if it's a front post, back post like I like to do, or if we even add this really cool edging to it. I like to do these because you get some design. It's a simple, quick workup as far as the crown. Boom, done. Then you work a couple repeats of 3 or 4 rows, or rounds, should I say, and then you add a brim to it. Boom, done. Makes a quick, fast make for donating. So you can really pump out some hats by doing that. And it gives a design, textures, colors. So if you're interested, I do have several of beanies this style, and the pattern for the body of the beanie and the brim can vary back and forth. Now, this is solid color, obviously, right? It wasn't ombre. It was the rest of that yarn. In fact, this beanie is going with that Kindness in Norway wrap, which came out last week. So this goes to the same person as that wrap. This is this is what I did in the tutorial. It is a small child's beanie, but I did it so that way you could see it with a difference of color and how to work it up with using 2 different colors. So that is it in 2 different colors. So that was crocheted. This one will go to Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. This one, like I said, goes with that over there. Next up, I did a knitted beanie. Haven't done one of those in a while. I did a knitted beanie, and it is lots of fun. It's super easy repeats. Here's the top of it, just so you can see. So we got the spiraling all the way through the top there. But this is a really easy pattern. I'm going to say that it's not a beginner friendly because I don't go through each individual step of casting on and how to purl and how to knit. Those are the reasons that I make it more of an intermediate. However, I do have videos that you can go and watch to get up to speed, and then you would be able to make this very, very easily. Now, this is a reversible beanie. When you get to the crown and start the decreases for the crown, I tell you how to turn it inside out and do your decreases with that side. So it's a little different. You get to see a lot more of the knitted stitches on this side than you do on the side that I intended for it to be. Let's see if I can get you a view of that. So here, those knitted stitches are kind of tucked away more, and you see more of the purl bumps. So I do show you how I turn it inside out, and that you could work it up and have that as the outside, or or this as the outside, or you could leave it with all the purl bump decrease at the top, which is not, not an issue either. But it is completely reversible and so much fun. The brim of it is a little different on the inside here. So that is the brim on the inside, and then that is what it looks like on the outside. Yeah, so it's a little different. But that'll be coming up not this week, but next week. So that's something to look forward to. It's been a while since I did a knitted beanie. Yay! At any rate, this is also going to Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. If you want to know more about Bumblebee Mountain Outreach, check the description out below for K&K Crochet. Go over to her channel and check out her information and see if it's something you might be interested in sending hats to. I send all of my makes except for the ones that are designed for a specific reason, like going with that wrap. But when I make it again for the tutorial, I have another beanie. All of my beanies that I make that you see in these tutorials all go in bags, and they go to Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. So yes, I don't wear that many beanies. I donate them, and I donate a lot of them to her because she is local to me, and it's easy for me to pack them up and go meet her in town, have an ice cream, and give her all of these beanies to hand out. She does the really hard work of packaging them up and distributing them to where they are needed. So I am very thankful that she does all of that because I've made a whole bunch of them. I try to help as much as I can, though. All right, everyone, let's get into show and tell. The show and tell section is where I go and talk about all of you guys' amazing work. So first, we had Diane. She had shared, and I completely missed it. She had shared on her page and tagged me, and I'd seen them, but I didn't grab the pictures and add them to last week's podcast. So I definitely want to thank Diane for tagging me in them. I was so happy to see your amazing work. She is also one that makes these beanies and sends them to Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. And she made these amazing beanies in greens. Ooh, I love it. They are so pretty. So thank you very, very much for tagging me in those, Diane. And I'm sorry that I missed getting them in last week's podcast, but here we are. Thank you again, Diane, for working up these beanies. And I absolutely love your color choice, the greens, of course. All right, let's jump over to the email. This past week, I had done a knitting stitch tutorial on the dandelion stitch, which is basically the flower stitch and it's the way it's distributed throughout. It's kind of like sprinkled throughout the swatch. And when I did that, sweet Roxana, she is so awesome. She said, I did that stitch, that flower stitch, years ago in a cardigan. And I was like, oh my goodness, I would love to see it in a cardigan. It would be absolutely so pretty in a cardigan. And I said, if you wouldn't mind, she said she still had it. And I was like, ooh, if you don't mind, can you send me a picture? I'd love to see it. Well, guess what, y'all? Not only does she still have it and took a picture and sent it to me, I get to share it with y'all. Yay! So let me tell you a little bit about it real quick. She said, I think I knitted this with Pattern Misty, which I don't think you can purchase anymore. I looked it up. The year that she made it was 1984. Yay! Absolutely awesome. She said, I tried to get a close-up of the stitches, but my camera was making the color darker. Not sure if you would like to share this on your podcast, but it's okay with me if you do. And I am just absolutely so blessed and thankful that she's letting me share this with you because it is beautiful. And it was made in 1984, she says. This has stood the test of time. This shows the love and work and craftsmanship that went into this cardigan. It's still around. It hasn't fallen apart like store-bought stuff. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Great work, absolutely beautiful work. Thank you, Roxana, for sharing your piece of work with us. Oh, I just can't get enough of it. I absolutely love this cardigan. All right, let's jump over to the Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, once a week, there is a post that comes out, and it generally comes out Monday morning, and I pin it to the featured, and it stays there until I have screenshot all of the pictures that are shared, and I have created my podcast. So I know whether or not I have actually went through and saved all the pictures. So if I do not reply or acknowledge your pictures as you're posting them, I try to do that at the end. So all of my screenshots are grouped together and it's easier for me during editing. I know I'm trying to be lazy here, right? All right, so let's go into the Facebook group and check out all of the beautiful makes for show and tell. First up, we have our Miss Cecilia. She said, final luck of the draw, 12 small throw. I used Creations by Jax Pique My Interest pattern. We all love our Jaxie over at Creations by Jax. You get so used to saying Jaxie or Jax, and it's like, wait a minute, what was the channel name? Yes, Creations by Jax. Beautiful work on her patterns that she has been doing lately. I absolutely love them. So inspirational to see. And Cecilia, amazing job working that up. And thank you so much for sharing your work with us. I love getting to see everybody's work. All right, next up we have a few from our sweet Sunita. Sunita has shared with us a bag. She said, I completed at the Yarny Social. And it is awesome. It is so like, I don't know, it's screaming Halloween to me. It's screaming candy corn. I love candy corn. Shh, I didn't say that out loud. Nobody yell at me. I love candy corn. That's one thing I did not get in my whole thing of candy. I did not get any candy corn. Shame on me. I should have. Oh, well, too late now. Next year. There's next year. All right. Next, she shared with us, she said, also completed a flower coaster, and a pumpkin cup to hold. Oh, okay, that's awesome. So the pumpkin holds the flower coaster. Very awesome. When not in used. And she also shared in the replies. Let me open up the replies. Ooh, that is cute. Oh my goodness, I love it. That is adorable. Super cute, Sunita. So the pumpkin and the coaster. And when you put the coaster in, the top of the pumpkin's purple. Oh my goodness. I love it. And she said, and she also gifted it to the shop owner. Let me see. I also gifted it to the shop owner, the finished items. That is awesome. Super cool. Next, Sunita also shared with us, let's see, Crossing with Kindness beanie. She designed and gifted it to Kari. Awesome. Let me open up the reply. There is our sweet Kari with her new beanie on. That is fantastic. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for sharing your makes each week, whether it's in an email to me or it is in the Facebook group. Thank you so very much. I love getting to share with everybody these really cool makes. So thank you once again, each and every single one of you. All right, everyone. So that is it for all of us, me and the shares today. So be blessed, be a blessing, and until next time, bye for now.